Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are presenting our folio group writing TLA 0712 about Mimar Sinan. So enjoy our show.
Okay, Mimar Sinan background information. His real name is Kocha Mimar Sinan Aga, or this in the Arabic Mimar Sinan. He, uh, he is he is born during uh, 1488 or 1419 in Aginas, Karaman, Ialet, during Ottoman Empire, or now it is known as Kayseri Turkey. The reason why this because they do not know the exactly where what when he is born. No, his date is July 17, 1588, between age 97 or 100 at Constantinople during Ottoman Empire, or now it's called Istanbul, Turkey. His nationality is Ottoman because he is born during the Ottoman Empire. Occupation is architect, as we can see here. Some of its some of his achievement. Tribe is a Cappadocian Greek. Uh, the family origin. Famous masterpiece is include Selimiye Mosque in Edin, Mehmet Pasar Sokolovich Bridge, Taj Mahal here, Jumajami Mosque, Han Mosque, Yevtauria, Crimea, and Hagia Sophia, which is oh no, this is Salim Mosque in Edin. Hagia Sophia is in front of this, but does not show in the picture. Okay, for the history of Kayseri, Turkey, the birthplace where Mimar Sinan was born, lies in the east of Cappadocia. His place, city known as Caesarea in the Roman times, one of the most important carpet and kilim rug production center in Anatolia. Kultepe, the city center, was an important trading center during the second millennium BC. And during Seljuk rule, Kayseri became one of the crucial sites on the principal trading route, the Silk Road, where they trade silk with the China. Also, the city spread out of the foot of the extinct volcano Mount Erciyes. This mountain, where in the winter the ski center offers excellent runs for downhill skiers and several pleasant hotels.
Alright, next I will share for you the life and the love story of Mimar Sinan. Alright. Mimar Sinan's life we can divide into two phases. The first phase, the early years of Mimar Sinan's life until the mid of 1550, and then the next is the master stage of Mimar Sinan from after 1550 until his death. Alright, first and foremost, alright, Mimar Sinan actually is a militant, yeah. Is an army. So during his military career, he had the opportunity to study the architecture, monument, and the conquered cities of Europe and the Middle East, because the Ottoman is near to the Europe and Asia. Alright, next. After that, uh, Mimar Sinan got his first opportunity to design a major building was the Husrev Pasha Mosque and its double madrasa in Apollo, Syria in 1536. Um, it was built in the winter of 1536 until 1537 for his commander-in-chief and the governor of Aleppo between two army campaigns. Alright, next. Um, In his first major commission as the royal architect was the construction of the modest Hasaki Harem complex for Rosalina, that means Harem Sultan and the wife of Sultan Sulaiman the Magnificent. Alright. Mimar Sinan had to follow the plans drawn by his predecessors. Sinan retained the traditional arrangement of the available space without any innovation. So, it was already better built than the Aleppo Mosque and it showed a certain elegance. However, it has suffered from many restorations. So, Sinan is credited to have a built defensive tower in Brown of Albania in 1537. Alright, next in 1541, alright, next the master stage of Mimar Sinan from mid 1550 until 1570. Alright, in 1550, he got the order to Sinan to build a mosque or the Sulaiman is surrounded by the Kuli consisting of four colleges, a soup kitchen, a hospital, an asylum, a hammam, a caravanserai, and a hospice for travelers. Alright, he also built a large Han in the Galata district of Istanbul. About 10 years later, he built a large inn in Endime, and between 1544 and 1561 the Taj Han at Erzurum. Alright, now I will share you about the love story of Mimar Sinan. Alright, there are many legends about the love of architect Sinan and daughter of Sultan Sulaiman Mihrimah. Alright, at first, when the daughter of Sultan Sulaiman Mihrimah arrived of age of 17, two people wanted to marry her, Sinan and another candidate. But his father chose the other candidate as Sinan was already 50 years old and he was married. So, but Sinan was desperately in love with Mirima. So what he do? Alright. When he started to build two Mirima mosques in Istanbul, he reflected his love to this magnificent building. Mirima is a name joined together of Miran and Ma, which means sun and moon in Persian. Alright. These two mosques they stand in Skoda and Edirnegapi towns of the city. Alright, so on Muhammad Sultan birthday 20 March, if you observe from a spot where you can see both of the mosques, you can see that when the sun goes down over Endir Negapi Muhammad Sultan Mosque and moonrise of Uskada Muhammad Sultan Mosque, just like her name, Mihruma, sun and moon together.
Mimar Sinan has contributed so many things for Islam, such as building and his architecture talents and much more. And during his tenure during 50 years of the post of imperial architect, Sinan is said to have constructed or supervised 476 buildings, 166 of which is still survive. According to the official list of his works, the Tazkirat al-Abniyah, he could not possibly have designed them all, but he relied on the skill of his office. He took credit and the responsibility for their work, for as a janissary and thus a slave of the Sultan, his primary responsibility was to the Sultan. In his spare time, he also designed buildings for the chief official. He delegated to his assistant the construction of less important buildings in the province. Mimar Sinan also have built so many famous structures or buildings that have survived until this day. Some of Mimar Sinan works is the Sokolo Mehmet Pasha Mosque. The mosque is situated in Azap Kapi neighborhood of Biyaklu district in Istanbul. It is directly beside the Atatürk Bridge across the Golden Horn, but there was no bridge here at the time the mosque was built. The other building that Mimar Sinan built is the Sulaimane Mosque. The mosque is Ottoman Imperial Mosque located on the third hill of Istanbul, Turkey. The mosque was commissioned by Suleiman the Magnificent and designed by the Imperial architect, that is Mimar Sinan.